Hi, I'm Emmanuel.
And I'm Maxwell.
And welcome to Seriously Serial. Thanks to our supporters on Patreon, we are now able to make 2 videos every Saturday.
You can support the show for as low as $2 a month and get awesome rewards.
Do you eat your cereal with milk? Well, then you're a spooner.
Or do you like it dry? Then you're a snacker.
Today's cereal is
Wakandan Crunch. Alright, Emmanuel, welcome to Seriously Serial.
Hey, well, thank you for having me.
It's so good to have a patron on the show, seriously.
That's what's up. You guys should be being patrons too, it's worth it.
Yeah, seriously, you get original drawings every month. Okay, this is just a commercial for my Patreon now. But anyways, so we've got the official Black Panther tie-in cereal, Wakandan Crunch. And right off the bat, can I just say I actually really like that they came up with a unique name for the cereal?
I do too. Honestly, it really does compliment for what what it looks like and what it is.
Like so often, like with like these tie-ins, it's like blah 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 cereal, but they actually came up with a unique name, and I actually really like that.
I do too. Honestly, the one thing that I noticed when I looked at it is the mask on the back.
Yes, that's actually very interesting. You don't often see that sort of like cutout thing before. I want to say I've only seen it like twice in the entire time we've been doing this show.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I've seen it maybe on a Trix, maybe Reese's Pieces box every once in a while. It was like once though, but that was it. But they don't usually do interactive child stuff on kids cereal nowadays. They usually just put it either on bags or something, or they make it all online.
Yeah.
But, this is actually nice to have.
Something like actually physical.
Oh yeah, for sure.
One thing though I'm noticing is that the box is much thicker than you imagine. You can actually see like the cardboard sides,
which is very new. Honestly, I don't know if they can make a lot of boxes like this, so it makes you feel very special when you buy these boxes.
Yeah, seriously.
I assume they made it really thick for the mask on the back, or to really show the authenticity of the cereal that you're about to taste.
Oh yeah, totally. And they actually do have, if I can get this open real quick, it's actually really secure.
It's tough.
Oh, I see. They actually have a bag in here too that you have to cut. That you actually have to cut open, so it's like super secure.
Yeah.
That's actually very interesting. It gives it a very unique style to it.
Yeah, this box is really like.
Yeah, you cannot crush this thing whatsoever.
I can. Do you hear that?
It's sturdy stuff, honestly. It makes me wonder if there's like a purpose for being like so
thick. It's to really put a strain on your recycling bin.
I guess so, yeah. Thank goodness this isn't like a full-on huge shipping package. Otherwise, it would be taking an entire week to get rid of it.
That's why That's why they made it so thick for this particular limited time only. They don't want to make them all thick, because if that's the case, then that's a lot more cardboard. That's a lot more money. And honestly, they want to make you feel special in the moment as of right now.
Though, Black Panther, it came out in 2018, yes?
2018? Oh.
Did it?
It was like...
I can't recall.
Midway to late 2018.
Okay. I've actually still seen some of the boxes in stores.
Really?
Yeah. I think they're still selling them. I think, anyway. I want to say I saw them like a month ago.
Where are they selling them at?
I just like Walmart.
Walmart?
Yeah.
I haven't caught up on them.
I
need to probably go check.
I don't know if they're still actually selling them or if it's like they have excess or something. But yeah. So I actually only recently saw Black Panther. It's the first Marvel movie I've seen in I want to say like 5 years now.
5 years?
Yeah. Like the last one I saw was Thor. The first one.
The very first Thor?
Mm-hmm.
Not even Ragnarok?
Nope. Oh, the first one. The first one where he's like banished to Earth or whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I've been wanting to get back into watching them for a while. I just never found the time. But I heard such good things about Black Panther. I really wanted to see it. In fact, Jen and Brienne wanted us to go see it in the theaters, which I was totally down for. Except work happens.
Honestly, it's worth it to see this movie. I honestly love this movie. Eric Killmonger with Michael B. Jordan. Flawless, hands down performance. I really did like his performance. He really fits Eric Killmonger's status and vibe. And if you look into the comics, when you're looking into that, he really does fit his quota. So I really did like his acting. It really did work.
Yeah, I also really liked that he was still sympathetic. Like, he was clearly the villain, like he did so many ruthless things, but where he was coming from was still sympathetic.
Everyone can relate, and that's what makes a perfect villain. It's when they don't just destroy for their own cause, but rather they destroy for a bigger more advanced cause that not everyone can understand right now.
Yeah.
It's something that everyone can relate to, and everyone wants to hope for.
It's like it makes when they're finally defeated almost like tragic because you can like see where they're coming from.
Exactly.
That's why I love villains like that. I love like everyone always says you gotta keep it black and white, don't have too many shades of gray. But it's like honestly, I prefer stories with a bit more ambiguity to them. You know?
Oh yeah.
Like I've always liked villains since I was a kid. So like having a sympathetic villain as well as a sympathetic hero just makes you like him more.
And that's what's so great about this box. That's what's so great about this cereal in general.
I know.
It reminds you of a great movie that has all the great contents that you want in a movie compressed down into a box. So honestly, that's what I like.
Exactly.
So, I mean, if you're as anxious as I am, do you want to taste this cereal?
Before we do, can I just talk about these for a moment? Because these actually are kind of interesting too. I kind of expected something more akin to Cheerios, but these actually kind of they're bigger, like Fruit Loops.
Oh yeah.
But they're also kind of less rounded. Like, do you notice they're kind of like flat?
Like pieces.
Yeah. It's very interesting. I honestly don't know what this is going to taste like. Do we have a scent? Okay, they have a bit of an oaty scent, I'd say. That's interesting.
Really?
I think so. Like, what do you think?
It's kind of it's oats as expected.
Yeah.
Honestly, it has a bit of a dried out smell. I'm not entirely sure if I can identify any smell on it.
There it is. Okay, it is oats. The first ingredient is oat flour.
See, there you go.
And corn flour, actually. So this is oats and corn. That's interesting.
So it's just two simple ingredients. I really can't wait to taste it.
Yeah. So should we dive right in now?
Hey, yeah, let's go ahead.
All right.
Wait. So while we were just waiting for the cereal and whatnot, we actually ended up thinking about the date that the movie came out, and it actually came out February 16th, 2018.
Yeah.
Which was very early in the year. Which I thought it was like I thought it was like June.
Yeah.
But yeah, it came out February 16th. So
I guess it's like a new thing. Like they wanted, it was less a tie and more like they're like capitalizing on the success of it.
Oh yeah, and plus it's closer to like the fresh new year of movies they wanted to produce out. So
yeah, totally.
Honestly, that's kind of where it went. I assume.
Keeps attention on Marvel, yada yada yada.
Oh yeah.
Let's try this. Oh, this is reminding me of something. I can't place it. What? Oh wait, what am I saying? It's kind of like corn checks.
It's corn checks, but I know it's a different cereal.
Yeah.
Or I've tasted.
It's like a fusion of corn checks and Kicks, actually.
Kicks. There we go. Kicks. There it is. That's the exact kind of like flavor. Because it is just oats and balls, but these ones are wholes. So
yeah,
it does make sense.
So corn flour, oat flour, it makes exactly what you expect. It's like a fusion of checks and Kicks.
For the look and the vibes you get from it, it is pretty interesting when you first glance at it.
Yeah. They definitely seem a little bit hard, like a little harder than like your average like Cheerio or Fruit Loop.
Yeah, for sure. When you're eating them dry as a snacker, I assume it will have a different taste and a different feel because there's nothing to really soak it up. But with milk, it feels thicker and fuller when you bite into it.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of micro holes into it. But when you bite down, there's still the like inner thickness in it, but it gets soft around it.
Yeah. That's why I like milk for like thicker cereals like this, you know?
Right.
Makes them a little less dense and adds a little bit of chewiness that I really like. How soggy do they get?
Honestly, here, would you like to?
Yeah, sure.
Want this one?
Yeah, they got very different in milk. Yeah, I actually kind of like it. They're kind of absorbent. They absorb a little bit of the milk's flavor.
Oh yeah. Shall I go over to the dark side?
Yes. Embrace the snacker side. Good.
Not gonna lie, I still like the spooner side, to be honest.
I don't blame you. I am more of a spooner myself, as you guys all know.
With the milk, with the right milk and the right flavor and the right time, this is pretty. It works.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like the greatest cereal of all time, but I honestly like it. It's a nice savory cereal.
Honestly, as a spooner, honestly, it's a 2 spoons.
Oh, 2.
2, yeah. That's my personal spooner and take on it. It kind of tasted like Kix, like we said earlier. It did kind of taste like a different cereal, just differently made.
Yeah.
The simple taste of oats and wheat and all that is kind of in the past. Now I understand sugar isn't that bad, but it's more of an eye catcher and more of a attention grabber when you add sugar and different things to the cereal. I know it's not good for you, but it does catch the attention and taste buds of kids and everyone else out there. I wish they just would have added a little bit more pizzazz to the cereal rather than just circular oats in a bowl.
Because Kix does have actually a little bit of sweetness too.
Exactly.
Yeah. I definitely see what you're saying here. I am actually going to give it a 3 as a snacker. I think this is a perfectly average cereal. It's a good savory cereal. It reminded me a lot of like if you were to put Corn Chex and Kix together. Kind of minus that little bit of sweetness. But in this case, I actually don't think I'd like default to having this with like as I always say, 2 packs of non-calorie sweetener.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah, like with Kix I have them plain. These I probably have plain too. I think they're my biggest gripe is I think they're a little too crunchy dry, but that's just me. And I think the taste is totally passable. And I should stress that when I say a 3 and perfectly average, that's actually a good thing for me. That means it's perfectly average and I would pick it up again.
Right. I do agree with that to some degree. And like you said before, if you can eat it dry, you can eat it pretty much almost anywhere.
Yeah.
It really does create open availability to when and where you can eat this cereal.
Yeah.
And technically, like you said, you're called a snacker, so technically it could be a snack.
Yeah.
Per se. Honestly, I do, like I said, for me, I still stick with my guns on it. 2 spoons out of 5 personally. Like I said, and you did have a good point when you said about the dry. It is a bit crunchy, so I wish they would have added a little bit of, I don't know if you could say puffiness to the cereal.
I see what you're saying, like something a little more akin to Cheerios.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect. Honestly, and even then, Kix, when you eat it, it does have more of a softer crunch when you're eating it. So they could have made it a little bit more
puffy.
Yeah, they could have made it a little more
puffed, more like baked, and like a little less dense.
Right.
Yeah. But the movie, it's fantastic. I love it, and I'm so glad that this was the one I chose to get me back into Marvel. The cereal, it's totally passable. It's not, I don't know if it's like the greatest thing ever, but, pick it up, see for yourself. I give it my recommendation.
I don't like to be the disagreeer of disagreeers, but me personally, like, the cereal, like I said, it could have been better. And since it's so easily passable to be identified as a different cereal taste, I don't know if it should represent as big of a brand as Black Panther. Yeah. That's a huge brand. Millions sold out. Controversial stuff happening all over the movie theaters. People were dressing up, including some of my family members who went to watch it. They were dressing up just to go see this movie. So for them to make such a simple cereal for such a big brand, I don't think that's kind of fair to the franchise. Yes, people will buy it for the brand. I mean, how else are they going to know it's from them? How else are they going to know it's Marvel? So if they buy it, they expect it to taste as good as the brand does. And honestly, I don't feel it fits up to that quota.
I will agree with you there. Honestly, I do think the film does deserve a little more than this.
Yes.
I think that no matter what the tie-in, you should give it 110%. That's when I was coming up with like the mascots for Seriously Cereal, Spoonie and Bowler. I didn't just make a spoon in a bowl. I gave a personality. You should give it your all, no matter whether it's commercial or like a personal passion project. And I think that applies to marketing too. You are absolutely right.
Exactly. Like I said, the box super flashy. They did right on that. That was way okay with me.
Honestly, I do like the box. It is pretty cool.
It is. Oh my god, it's so cool. Just the feel and hold of it. Oh, the thickness of it just makes you feel special. But yeah, they make the mask. They make all these improvements to the cereal box. Yeah. And the cereal in it when it tasted, that it kind of darn.
It's like it's much more made for unboxing videos than an actual taste test.
Exactly. It's made for flash and show, but I mean, if you're okay with dry, simple cereal, then hey, this is the place. This is the cereal for you. Exactly. But if you're more like me, and my 17-pack wants, all the sweet and a bit of more sugary, then this isn't really the box for you. No. Personally. Hey guys, have you tried this cereal? What do you think of it? Tell us in the comments below so we can know too.
And make sure to support us on Patreon for as low as $2 a month. If you do, you'll get an original certificate every month, and I chat with my patrons daily and make a new post.
It's so worth it.
See you next time, guys.
See ya. Hope to see you there.